Hello and welcome to Never Seen It. It's a podcast about movies that, I don't know, we haven't seen yet. My name is Trent. I'm here with my wife, Betsy.
Hi.
You're Betsy, right?
When last I checked.
Okay. Today, we're going to take the podcast in a bit of a different direction from where we've been. We're going to get...
We're going to get sexy.
We're gonna get a little sexy.
We're going to get weird.
Yeah. We're going to go a little more adult for the time being.
Not adult movies. We're not watching those.
No. But, the last couple of movies we watched, kind of made for kids. So,
Family movies.
Family movies. But you know what? We're adults. We watch movies that aren't necessarily meant for kids.
Don't show these movies to your children.
No.
What kind of person are you?
No. Don't do that, especially this one, because today we're going to watch Wild Things.
Yes, we are.
Betsy, I have seen Wild Things. You have not.
I have not.
Why? Do you know anything about Wild Things, number one?
So this movie's been around 25-ish years?
Yeah, I can't remember the year.
Late 90s?
It was the late 90s, like 98, I think.
97, 98, somewhere in that neighborhood. Just doesn't strike me as the kind of movie I would seek out.
No.
I don't.
Especially not back then.
No. When I was in high school, I don't think I was interested, and I never knew anybody who watched this movie, so nobody ever said, hey, let's watch this movie. A lot of times, if I've seen movies like this, it's because I knew someone who had seen it.
Sure.
No one I know except you has ever watched this movie, even though I'm well aware of what it is, because Kevin Bacon is in it, and once upon a time, I like to play the Kevin Bacon game.
Yep.
So I kind of knew a lot of movies he was in, whether or not I've actually seen them.
Yeah.
So I know that Kevin Bacon is in it, Matt Dillon, Neve Campbell, and Denise Richards.
Okay.
So that's who I know. As far as the plot, I got nothing.
All right.
The thing I know, this movie is supposed to be risque for, Neve Campbell's career and Denise Richards in particular.
Right.
Because this is like the Party of Five era for Neve Campbell. And she's trying to get away from this squeaky clean, good girl TV image.
A lot of those people from that era were trying to do the same thing.
Yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt did the same thing, but didn't go quite that far.
Yeah.
I think her most risque things were I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yep.
That was the vehicle for her.
Sarah Michelle Gellar did the same thing,
Yep.
in Cruel Intentions and stuff. So
Right. Again, they
same
didn't
sort
go
of thing.
that far.
No.
Yeah.
No, so this is definitely trying to get away from that image.
Right.
I know there's some sexy times and maybe crimes and a few rhymes.
I think you got the gist, Betsy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you've shown me a scene from this or described a scene from this, or if I just saw... I know I've seen a music video of a song that is... I don't know if the song is featured in this movie or somebody just really liked this movie and thought the song went well with it and made a fan video.
Oh, God. I have no idea what you're talking about there.
It's... what's the band? Placebo? They're a British band. And there is a video out there that somebody made. It's a fan video that is a tribute to this movie. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with the movie, but I'll tell you when we're watching it if I hear that song.
Fine.
Because the guy has a pretty recognizable voice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to watch. I might hate you for this.
I'm not really sure what you're going to expect of this. I think you might like it the way I like it.
Ironically?
No. So this movie is a little divisive. It's one of these things where you either love it or you hate it.
Right. And you looked up the Roger Ebert review.
I somehow came across the Roger Ebert review of this movie, and he started off saying it's a mess, it's a train wreck, it does this and this and this.
It doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yep. And at the very end, he says, I like it.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have that exact opinion about this.
Okay.
I know it's a mess. I know it's a little convoluted at times, but it explains everything by the end. you gotta wait till the very end. You gotta wait till the credits.
I can't just stop in the middle, Trent.
No.
I can't give up on this.
And I'm not gonna answer any questions during the movie.
Okay, will you at least, if I don't quite hear what someone said,
Sure, fine.
repeat the time? That's usually what I need.
Yeah.
I just need clarification if
Okay,
I'm
fine.
completely lost.
Yeah, because on occasion we'll just stop the movie and like look at each other and say, okay, what the hell is happening here? Could
Yeah.
you please explain
Someone
this to me?
catch me up, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's kind of it's not quite a whodunit. There is some crimes, there is some mystery, but again, it will all be explained by the end.
In this sexy, trashy, whatever the hell
Yes.
this is movie.
And again, I like this movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it too.
Okay.
So I think I remember enough to get through it without having to really pay that close attention. But yeah, we shall see. But yeah, this is the first of a few movies we're going to do that are in this vein. So let's go off and start with number 1, Wild Things. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Wild Things, Betsy. What did you think about all that?
What the hell kind of a movie is this? Everyone's working together, no one's working together, everyone is exactly who you think they are, and no one's who you think they are.
Layers. There are layers of this movie.
It's the double, triple, quadruple cross.
Yep.
What the hell? Everyone's a damn Floridian out of their minds.
Yeah, you think? South Florida, Miami.
For reals. Yeah, that was a lot.
Uh-huh.
Like, at the beginning, it's confusing, but it's kind of supposed to be.
Yes.
And yeah, the tone is weird. It's like a soap opera for most of it.
Kinda.
Yeah, I would say if this is akin to anything, it's a fucking soap opera. Like, some of the dialogue is terrible.
Oh, you
the
think?
acting is terrible, but not because they're just bad actors, because they made a choice to act terribly.
Yes.
Most of the movie is through a very male gaze.
You think? 1998, Betsy.
Yeah. Okay.
It only took about 20 minutes to get the sexy car wash.
Right. There. Yeah, I'm gonna have to process this one a little bit, because mostly I could see how you just kind of need to watch this a few times, because I have some questions that I need some clarification on.
All right. So what is front and center in your mind?
So many things, Trent. I have so many questions. So these two girls pretend to hate each other,
Yep.
but they don't really hate each other.
Yep.
They have a relationship with each other
Sort
and
of.
with their guidance counselor.
Yep.
And they hatch this plan, but they have layers, because then they enlist a cop to help them. And we don't know any of this until the fucking credits of the movie, basically.
Like I said, you have to watch all the way through to find out what happened here.
Right, and then the thing that I was left confused about was at the end of the movie. So I
Okay.
kind of just want to go through this.
All right.
And I'm just going to ask the things as they come up.
All right.
Because
And I'm going to say, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. There is a revelation here that I didn't really understand until now, so I may be able to help with some of that, but
Okay.
especially the stuff with Susie.
Right, because we watched the director's cut, the unedited cut, the something, whatever.
Unrated cut, yeah.
Unrated. So did you know the differences? Do you know the things that
There's
are
a
different?
couple of scenes that are thrown in there for clarification, I think.
Okay.
And like some extra sexy scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. So yes, we're in Florida.
Yeah.
And we're at a high school. And Matt Dillon is the guidance counselor. And it's
Mr. Lombardo.
It's senior seminar week. So what better person to come and have the seniors listen to than a sex crimes cop?
Cops.
Why?
Detectives.
Why?
Well, hey, this is a bunch of people who are adults now. These are probably 18-year-olds.
I suppose. This is like, it's not the end of senior year. It's like the middle of senior year.
I don't know.
There's school left to go.
Yeah.
There's some things in the movie that suggest this is not the end of the year.
Well, they do suggest at the very end, hey, don't go to graduation parties.
Right, by the time we get there, but the beginning of the movie is like a month or so before, a couple months before.
I would say this is still probably, getting into the spring.
Okay. But it's Florida, so the weather's all the same.
Exactly. South Florida in particular.
Right. They all live on the swamp. So they have, these speakers, and Susie is the rough and tumble trash who has been busted by this cop Ray, and she got put away for 6 months.
Yep.
So she walks out of the seminar, and then Denise Richards is the rich girl who is very, very keen. Kelly, she's very keen on Mr. Lombardo.
Yeah.
And they kind of establish that because all the girls are looking at him.
Are like ogling him as he walks into the
auditorium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's their eye candy. He's the hot teacher.
And he goes up there and writes the word sex on the board, and everybody, guys and girls, are just whooping and hollering because it's South Florida and they're all beautiful.
Yeah.
And then he writes the extra word, crimes.
Crimes!
So that's what we're here to talk about, guys. Which, you know what? That's an important thing to really... I had a class like that in college.
Okay.
I had a class like that about not only sex crimes, but STDs. I think it was my freshman year. Might have been my sophomore year. I don't remember. But they had all the kids come in and take this class, quote unquote class. It was a seminar, really.
Yeah.
And just talking about, hey, we understand you're going to be doing this. We want you to be as educated as possible. And, all the negative things that you can think of as, college kids, that drunk girl that you're going to take back to your room, don't do it.
Okay.
All of the different things that you could get in trouble for, basically. Oh. And that happened to me. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility that they would be doing this to this class.
I've just never heard of such a thing. I don't know. It was an interesting way to start the movie, I guess.
Right.
And then they kind of just have some establishing shots where Kelly is basically relentlessly flirting with this teacher.
Yep.
The whole time.
Yep.
She's like at cheer practice staring him down while she's jumping up and down and her boobs are bouncing. And she's like, my mom's not here. Can you give me a ride?
Right.
And of course he knows better, so he invites the dorky kid. Like, what about you? Do you need a ride?
Yeah.
I'm not getting in a car along with this woman.
Yeah, you're gonna fit just fine in my Jeep. Let's just go.
Yeah. And then
she's like crawling all over him.
Right. And Susie's driving some piece of shit that barely will start.
Right.
And they curse at each other. The two girls are not getting along.
All of this is a complete setup.
It's a ruse. So if anybody is looking at them, they would say, well, they hated each other.
Right.
If ever they were asked about these two.
How could they possibly pull this off?
Yeah.
Why would you think that this is a scam? They hate each other, clearly.
They're two completely different worlds, too.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Kelly lives in a fucking mansion on the ocean with a pool.
She is the daughter of a real estate magnate. Her mother is, the socialite of that town, I guess.
Yeah.
This is a very, blue blood, high-class town.
Right.
like suburb of Miami, I guess.
Meanwhile, Susie lives with her grandma and her
In the
toothless
Everglades.
uncle in the
Right.
Everglades.
Yeah.
And he's like wrestling gators.
Right, for entertainment value.
Yeah. So that's who these two people are. So when we're in the car, I noticed, because it's 1998, we heard Third Eye Blind.
Uh-huh. Little semi-charmed life for that ass.
Promptly followed by Smash Mouth.
Yeah, it's 1998, Betsy.
In case we forgot what the year was. But yeah, so we get some establishing things, and Kelly is like, "Who's gonna wash your car, Mr.
Lombardo.
Mr. Lombardo? We're having a senior fundraiser, and
Right.
we're gonna come over, and we're a team, me and this other girl, my friend, and, you have to come." And he's like, "No, I'm out of town, but you could come to my house." So he invites them to his house the day after the
On
car
a
wash.
Sunday.
To wash his dirty car.
Yeah, he said I'm going to go out to the Glades on Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. It'll be nice and dirty for you.
Yeah. So then they have a sexy car wash.
Yeah.
In slow motion.
As you do.
And they got soaking wet because the teenage girls needed to just be
White t-shirts
wet.
everywhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. So she sends her friend packing. Mm-hmm. And she's definitely trying to make the move, because she's like standing dripping wet in his apartment, just giving him doe eyes.
Yeah, just come hither looks, and oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So the next thing we see is she sort of is leaving the apartment
In a huff.
She's upset about something, and she runs down the street.
Right.
So yeah, I wrote, she is fucking shameless. Like, she walked into that place, she had a plan.
Oh, yeah.
She knew what she was doing.
Yep.
So then I'm like, okay, but then she left. What the hell just happened here?
She runs home.
Missing information.
She runs home and gets with her mother somehow. She goes inside and
She skips school.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So she doesn't go to school, and
Yeah.
her mom, who's some rich bitch who just spends all day fucking the pool boy or whatever she was doing.
That whole cliche.
Yeah, so she gets, I'm sorry, her yacht boy. I believe he was the yacht boy, not the pool boy.
Yeah, the pool boy comes on Wednesdays.
Yeah, but we find out that, like, she has had a relationship with Sam.
Right.
Lombardo, Mr. Lombardo.
Right, and we find out Mr. Lombardo has been trying to get in with and marry some rich widow.
Right.
Essentially.
So he kind of fucks everybody in the community.
Yeah, and he has a reputation. Even his principal knows that he does this.
So everybody knows this. And
he's currently with this other rich woman who was over at his place when Kelly shows up with her friend.
Right.
And she's leaving with her Mercedes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of guy he is.
Uh-huh.
That's the mom is basically useless. Kelly's mom is sort of useless. We find out that Kelly skipped school on Monday.
Right.
And when her mom confronts her about it, she says she misses her dad, because we find out her dad committed suicide.
Yeah.
And then she confesses to her mom that she was raped by Mr. Lombardo. There's like a scene where she's confessing, like, or she's not confessing, but
She's at the cop shop.
She's at the cop shop giving a statement.
Yeah.
And that's where we meet Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
And Robert Wagner, who
Yep.
is like friends with her mom and like kind of her mom's lawyer, it kind of seemed like.
I think I actually think that they're married, but it's not like a marriage of love.
Okay.
Yeah. Robert Wagner and Sandra Van Ryan are together. I believe.
I didn't pick up on that.
He's also a lawyer.
Okay, I just thought he was the lawyer or
It
like
doesn't
a family
matter.
friend.
It doesn't matter, but yeah, he is a lawyer.
But yeah, so they have this scene where Denise Richards is making a statement.
Yep.
And frankly, she's giving no details whatsoever. Yep. Like where, when. Mm-hmm. Like there are a lot of holes. And I also chalked this up to Denise Richards is not a very good actress.
I've heard this from you.
So I'm sitting here watching this like, she's fucking lying, right?
And they put that suggestion out there right away.
Yeah,
the other cop.
There's two cops. It's Kevin Bacon, and then there's a woman whose name I never really caught because I didn't care.
Perez.
Her name is Perez?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her last name is Perez.
Okay.
So they kind of give it away right off the bat. Perez, the other detective that isn't Kevin Bacon, she says, I don't believe her. I just don't. This is my hunch.
This is my job.
Yeah.
And I've heard enough of these stories, and I think she's lying.
Yeah, they are sex crimes investigators.
Yeah.
So they've seen enough of this shit.
Right. So they basically think she's doing it for attention, but
she does.
She thinks it, yes. So who's the other guy in the room? The DA?
He's the prosecutor.
The prosecutor?
Yeah, DA, a prosecutor, assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he basically says, do what you're supposed to do. You go around, you ask the questions.
Yep.
Sam, of course, says he's innocent, but they go around and basically ruin his life because they're asking all his friends, they're asking his work. He's loses his house.
All of his students that are in his class don't show up for class except for the one dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Because the next time we see them at the boats, all of the other boats are still covered up. It's just him and that kid who go out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, he finds out kind of the hard way because nobody ever asks him for a statement.
Right.
Why wouldn't they ask him for a statement?
They said it right there. They said it in the movie. Because they don't think that their story is credible, they're not actually going to put him up on a stand and do all this stuff. They're trying to find dirt on him to discredit any defense that he has.
So they're doing it all behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, this is like it's hard to follow.
Believe me, I understand. I have seen this movie enough times to explain these things to you.
Okay.
I think you're on the right track here.
All right. So, of course, he needs to lawyer up.
Yep.
And this is where we get another strange tonal shift.
Yep.
Because his lawyer is Bill Murray.
Boy, is he ever.
Now, I did recall, I had this thought in the back of my brain. Does Bill Murray show up in this movie? Because I think that's what you told me at one point, was that Bill Murray shows up in this movie.
And he's great.
I don't disagree, but he's an odd choice.
Yeah. For a shyster lawyer?
He's, like you said, he's an ambulance chaser. He has photos on the wall of all his clients that he has gotten money.
Him giving them checks to.
And they all are wearing neck braces. And when we first see him, he's wearing a neck brace.
But he doesn't actually need to wear it because, there's an insurance guy here before.
Right. He's kind of being watched. So he kind of has to wear it because he's got claims of his own out there.
Exactly.
So this is the kind of lawyer he gets. But again, like up until this point, it's like a Southern swamp drama.
Uh-huh.
And then Bill Murray shows up, and then it sort of turns into a soap opera. Like, there's
we get a court scene.
No, before that even, they go to there's like the yacht club. Sam goes to the yacht club and he's trying to get his car valet parked, and the guy says, "No, you can't come in here.
You're done in this town."
And Robert Wagner pulls up behind him, and he basically it's that fucking like dialogue that sounds like it was written for a soap opera. You're done here. You'll never be anything. You're nothing.
Finished in Blue Bay.
You're Blue Bay. It's a fucking soap opera. You'll never work in this town again. Blue Bay won't have it. Like, what? What is this?
When it's Robert Wagner saying it, I believe it, though.
Yeah. And then he goes to some, like, shitty bar. Sam goes to a shitty bar because he can't go to the yacht club.
Yep.
Gets a little waisty pants. Drives himself home. But on the way, the yacht boy, who's fucking Kelly's mom, drives him off the road.
Yep.
And when he doesn't die, proceeds to beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
So it's a game of, intimidation and violence.
That right there is the most soap opera thing about this entire movie.
That?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, there was so much more as far as I'm concerned. There's so much more. So, he gets driven off the road. And then the next thing we have is a scene where Ray, Kevin Bacon's cop character, and Perez...
Duquette.
Duquette.
Ray Duquette.
Whatever. Their names are all irrelevant to me. I don't care about these people at all. So he gets a phone call. The office gets a phone call from Susie, so Neve Campbell's character.
Yeah.
And she has to talk to them.
Because she heard that Lombardo was being investigated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she proceeds to tell them that a year ago, she was also raped by this man.
Yes.
So now they've got two accusers, so he promptly gets locked up in prison because his bail gets denied.
And I think they also mention that he actually has to stay in prison. His bail was denied, so he has to stay in prison or jail for like the 1 or 2 months that it takes to get to trial.
Yeah, so he's lost his house.
Yeah, he's sacrificing his time here in jail.
He has no job.
Yep.
He has no house. He
was in debt this entire time.
He couldn't get a loan because Kelly's mom denied the loan.
He's on the board of directors of the bank.
He
couldn't go to a different bank.
No.
It's the bank.
Yes, there's one bank in Blue Bay, and your credit is no good here. So this is what we're dealing with. And then we get to the actual trial, and it falls apart pretty quickly because Bill Murray, as it turns out, is actually a pretty good lawyer.
He is.
And he points out the obvious.
Yes.
So he has Susie on the stand.
Well, first, Kelly's on the stand.
Kelly goes on the stand and says,
she
he
just
raped me.
says her statement, and that's the end of it.
Yes.
But then they get Susie up on the stand, and he starts to poke holes in... Okay, so this happened a year ago, right?
On this day.
On this day, right? Right. Okay, well, how about all these other times that you tried to contact him after this happened? I don't think I would want to contact someone who raped me.
A month later.
A month later?
Yeah.
Why did you do it? What's going on here? I don't believe you.
Yeah, so basically she crumbles because he basically says, did you like being in prison?
Right.
Because you're going to go back to prison if you answer this question incorrectly. So do you want to change your statement at all?
Right.
And basically we come to find out that she just backs on the whole thing.
Yep.
She says...
This was all Kelly's idea.
It had never happened. It was Kelly's idea. We wanted to hurt him. So Kelly loses her shit, because again, soap opera, she throws a glass and gets
arrested.
Held in contempt of court.
Whatever, yeah.
And she's committed perjury, and they've ruined this man's life. So now Bill Murray...
And Lombardo is free and clear.
He's free to go.
Yep.
And Bill Murray promptly says, we have an ironclad lawsuit. They have fucked you over, so we are going to get that money.
Yeah, it is basically an open and shut lawsuit against Van Ryan, who is loaded.
Yes, she is a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, and he is just, chomping at the bit to try to get this going. And he goes and meets with Robert Wagner, who is Mr. Lawyer Man. So that they meet up at this this trashy, I guess, I don't know, shrimp shack type of thing.
I don't know. It was just a big pile of gray meat.
Right. And Bill
do
Murray,
what lawyers do.
Yeah, and Bill Murray knows that he's just got him over a barrel. Say, I'm just going to ride you all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
And Robert Wagner is just completely okay with it. It's like, all right, yeah, it's not my money.
Yeah, why is Robert Wagner in this?
I don't know.
Why is Bill Murray? Why is anyone in this movie?
There's so many names in this movie. It's ridiculous.
Did Kevin Bacon just call in every favor he had?
He is the executive producer, if you did not notice this.
He must have been. So, yeah, they settle. But then we find out that Matt Dillon, so Sam and Susie and Kelly were all in on this together.
Yes.
They basically hatched this plan. So he does have a sexy time relationship with these two students.
Oh, yeah.
And they decided to come up with this plan because they knew if his life was perceived to be ruined, that Kelly's mom would lose this lawsuit and they would get the money. So they get $8 million.
$8.5 million.
And it's all supposed to be like her trust fund. Basically, it is her money that's in trust, but she's not going to get it until she dies.
Yeah. So this is Kelly's money that she is entitled to after her mother dies.
Yes.
She can't touch it until then.
Because it's in trust.
Exactly. But her mother just takes it out of the trust so it doesn't have to come out of her own pocket, apparently.
Right.
Which is a shitty thing to do.
Well, we've already established she's a shitty mother.
Oh, she is horrible.
She just literally runs around all the time in a bikini, and if she's not, she's just having sex instead of, paying attention to where her daughter is.
Right. She's just being a rich woman.
Yeah.
You know?
She has no occupation.
Right.
This is what she does with her time.
And she probably just married her rich husband. Like a lot of people do. They marry rich, and then guess what? When my husband or wife dies, guess what? I get to continue to be rich.
Woe to me. I am so sad.
Right. Right. In my mansion.
In my mansion with my yacht.
Right. So Kelly doesn't really care.
No.
I mean, it was going to be her money no matter what, but she
just
wants
doesn't
it
have to
now.
wait. Yeah.
She wants it now.
So yes, the three of them are in cahoots, and they got away with it. But of course, they have to have sexy time first to seal the deal.
The most famous scene of the entire movie happened right there.
Honestly, I would argue it's the one later, but
Okay.
that's just because I think I don't know. That's the one I was familiar with. I was less familiar
Them
with...
in the pool?
Yes.
Okay.
That I was more familiar with that scene than the three of them together.
Okay. Well, you know what? In 1998, a threesome on screen in a not, like, porno
Yeah.
was a big deal.
I guess. It's been done to death now. It's so old hat.
Oh, yeah, they have that on PBS these days.
Maybe not that far, but things got sexy on Downton Abbey, and that was on PBS.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so we find out the three of them are in cahoots, and then Kevin Bacon's character basically immediately is onto them.
He sniffs it out immediately. I think these people just were in cahoots together, and we just fell for it.
Yeah, so he confronts Kelly
Yep.
and says, "You sure you can trust Susie? She's gonna crack. She's gonna crack.
She's this fucking tweaker out in the
Threesomes
glades.
never work, guys."
Yep.
And so he confronts her. Then he goes to Susie and confronts her.
Yep.
And
they have a past relationship.
yeah, because he's the one who arrested her
Yep.
and took her to the clink for doing drugs. And he also... They don't exactly explain what happened. There is a friend that was involved, Davy.
They explained it at the very, very end.
Yes, he brings up Davy. You don't want to be like Davy. That's all he
Right.
basically says at this point.
Which is a threat, essentially.
Yes, she perceives it as a threat. She knows exactly what that means.
Yep.
So, yeah, he confronts her. Susie panics. She goes to Kelly's house.
She tries to call Sam.
She tries to call Sam.
Yep.
So Sam calls Kelly and says, "Calm her the fuck down or I'm going to have to take care of it.
Right.
I'll do what's got to be done."
Uh-huh.
And then
Which, again, from the audience perspective, we know that, this is probably what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
He's going to kill Susie because she's a loose end. She's going to go crazy because that's the audience perception, that she is just some fucking tweaked out crazy person from the Everglades.
smokes too much and
Right, does a bunch of drugs
Drinks
out in
too
the-
much.
Yeah. So they just don't trust her, and she's going to get whacked.
Right. But yeah, this escalated very quickly because, of course, Kevin Bacon follows them. I don't know. I don't care about anybody's names, so I'm just going to keep interchangeably using the actors' names and the characters'
fine.
names, and sorry.
It's fine.
So Ray, the cop,
Duquette.
follows Susie because he knew she'd freak out,
Yep.
and he filmed the two of them together.
Right, and he filmed the conversation. They said the name Sam.
Yes.
During the conversation.
He's across the pool behind
Yeah.
the tree, so he's far enough away that it's not very intelligible.
Right.
But he's there to witness it. And yeah, it just escalated very quickly because Susie's freaking out. She's like,
Thinking, "You're gonna kill me."
You're gonna kill me. Denise, they literally have a chick fight. Like,
Yeah.
Denise Richards, they start slapping each other. Drowning her in the
Kelly
pool.
is trying to drown her in the pool, and then finally Susie comes up and she's crying.
Yeah, but
because
that's
she's...
some soap opera shit.
It is! And then they start making out.
Yeah, then they have sexy time in the pool.
And he continues to film.
Yes, because that's what this movie is up until this point.
Pretty much.
So it's just a whole lot of that nonsense.
So after their little sexy time in the pool, they go. So Kevin Bacon goes back to the cop shop
Right.
and is showing, okay, I got him. This is clearly Sam. I know
Yeah.
that they're in cahoots together. They
Look,
said the
they're
word
literally
Sam
together.
Right. The DA guy is there. The prosecutor guy is there. It's like, what the fuck are you doing filming this thing? You don't have a warrant here. We cannot hear what is happening on the other end of the conversation. Nothing of this is admissible. You are barking up the wrong tree, buddy. And
Stop it.
Stop it. Because we got Lombardo out in the lobby right now. We have nothing on him because if we show him this, he was going to completely screw us over, and we're done. We're all going to be fired for being on somebody's property without a warrant.
Right.
Stop this right now.
Yeah. So he goes to 11, and then there's a scene where he's with his partner.
Yeah.
And that, again, was just like super trash soap opera. Like,
Sure.
Do you ever see something coming? Like you can see the future, like you know what's gonna happen and you can't stop it.
I think that's happening right now.
That's happening right. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Which, again, if you know what's going to happen later, that makes a lot more sense.
But if you don't,
I know. So you're meant to look back on that and say, oh, this is him referring to what happened with Davey.
I guess so, but
Right.
yeah.
I know.
You need to have seen this twice for it to make sense.
All the way. Yes, I agree with
It's so
you.
dumb.
All right. So
Okay.
then from there,
Susie and Kelly have party time and they drive to the beach. And Susie's very drunk.
yeah.
And Sam shows up. And he says, we're going to get together one more time. In another week, this is all going to be
I was
over.
worried about you. I wanted to come out and say
We
hi.
just wanted to make sure you were okay. So he sends Kelly, go back to the car and
Go get a blanket. She's cold.
Yeah. And then you hear screaming and a champagne bottle covered in blood.
Yep.
And Susie is dead. We've murdered Susie.
Yeah.
And we load her up in plastic and drop her in the back of the Range Rover.
And Kelly is just very upset about
Kelly's
the whole thing
very
because
upset.
my mom is going to kill me if she knew that I took the Range Rover.
Yeah, that's what disturbs her. So they go to the middle of the swamp and they ditch the body. So Susie's gone.
Sam ditches the body.
Sam ditches the body. Susie be dead.
Yep.
Okay. And they plant her car. Her car is found
At the bus stop.
At the bus stop. Susie is missing. We don't know where she is. But of course, Ray, Kevin Bacon's character, does his detecting. And he finds the kid at the school. I didn't understand this. So
I have no idea why they brought the kid there.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So
He's probably interviewing him about Susie
right,
and
but
about
why
Kelly.
there? How did the kid know to lead him exactly where this event happened?
So I think that is a common hangout spot for
It's the
the
party
young
area.
It's makeout point
Okay.
essentially. Yeah. It's
Okay.
that. So I have no idea why they brought the kid out there except for he's just having an interview with him talking about Susie and Kelly and the entire relationship there.
Okay.
Probably just trying to get some more information from the people who know them. But again, they don't explain why they brought him all the way out there and why he's looking at that boat in particular and why they think that why he sees the blood splatter there and then he gets down with his tweezers and then finds some teeth.
yes.
You
So
know,
he finds human teeth.
It's all very matter of fact and just that whole thing is very, very forced. I don't like that portion of it.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think that is supposed to be revealing that Kevin Bacon is in on this right away. Why the hell did he go to that boat in particular and start looking around? It seems very convenient.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think it's meant to reveal anything other than, hey, let's move the plot forward.
All right. So we've got teeth. So there's a crime scene.
Yeah, there is blood, there's
There's
teeth,
blood, there's teeth.
which the crime investigator guy says, I can get you a blood type, but the dental records are going to be a couple of days at least.
Yeah.
And then if you need DNA to match with actually her, it's going to take even longer.
Right. So Ray is kind of at the end of his rope because he sees the writing on the wall. Susie's missing. He assumes she's dead.
Yeah.
He thinks Sam did it.
Yep.
And he thinks that Kelly's next. Kelly's going to die next. So he is like ranting and raving to the heavens. She's going to die. He's going to kill her.
Yeah.
And of course the DA is like, no, you're crazy.
You're off the case.
You're off the case.
There is no case.
So then Ray sends his partner to basically keep an eye on Sam.
Yeah, they said to have me not go over there. Didn't say anything about you.
And she, being a good partner,
Yep.
against her better judgment, goes over there.
Sure.
And is promptly found out. Like,
Right.
Sam just marches up to the car.
You
and
know
he's
it's not very good to be peeping in people's windows, right?
yeah. So he basically invites her in, but I want to show you something, to
Yep.
his motel.
Uh-huh.
And he hands her Kelly's file.
Right.
He would not be allowed to take that with him.
No.
As a teacher.
No.
Those files stay with the school.
He's not a teacher. He's a guidance counselor.
I don't care. He
Yes.
doesn't get to take that stuff with him. That is
agree.
like, that is confidentiality, and that's
Oh, yeah.
different than
Yeah, the records
client
belong to the school.
patient. It belongs to the school
Yes.
because it belongs to the students.
Correct.
So that's a big old glaring plot point. But he
Who
basically
cares? He doesn't work there anymore.
whatever.
Yeah.
So he hands her the file and says, painting this picture of Kelly as this troubled youth,
Which
when
she
her,
is.
when her dad when her dad died a year ago,
Yeah.
when he killed himself,
Yep.
she went off a deep end and they found her coked up in a hotel room. She ran away.
Uh-huh.
And they have this moment. So Sam and the cop,
Yeah.
they zoom like uncomfortably close. This
Sitting
shot,
on the bed together.
They're on the bed together, and he's like making eyes at her, and they get within an inch of each other's faces, like they're just gonna start going at it.
Uh-huh.
And then they don't. What?
I don't know.
Why are we building the sexual tension with this cop? Is it just to
Sam
get
gets around Betsy.
Is it just to get her to be on his side?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
then she immediately is.
Yeah, she totally is. She goes back to wherever she's staying and looks at the files. Uh-huh. And she calls up Kevin Bacon and says, you know what? I think he's got something. I think Kelly killed Susie, not Sam. So, what does Kevin Bacon do? He goes over to the Van Ryan residence where Kelly just happens to be over in the guest house.
In a bra!
Just in her bra. I mean,
No
hey,
shirt!
Betsy, it's South Florida. It's hot.
So wear a bikini top if you're gonna hang out in the pool house. But she just took her shirt off. We didn't see it. She's just hanging out topless. I don't know.
Sure.
Just what you do on a weeknight in your guest house. But yeah, so he goes over to protect her, but there's a gun case in there.
Right.
And we don't see what happens in there. We're on the outside.
Yep.
And there is a struggle. He basically is like shuffling, wrestling with her or something.
yeah.
And then we hear 3 gunshots.
And he comes stumbling out, doubling over in pain.
And
Her mother
her
comes.
mom comes out,
Yep.
runs in, and she's been shot dead on the floor. So Kelly is dead now.
Kelly is super dead.
So Susie's dead. Kelly's dead. Ray's freaking out because he feels so guilty. He says, I went there to protect her.
Yep.
I swear.
Yep.
I was trying to
then,
protect her.
Yeah, and then we cut to a disciplinary hearing, or no, cut to him basically giving his account of what happened. He's talking with his boss and the prosecutor and his partners.
Making his
I don't know
statement.
why all those people were there. It should just be him and the investigators. Whatever. It's a movie. He's like saying, "Yeah, man, I had no choice. She came at me with a gun, shot me in the shoulder.
I had to do it.
return fire. I shot her twice in the chest."
Yep. Yeah.
And he feels totally guilty and blah blah blah, but it's not good enough. The disciplinary hearing follows that, and they said, "Yeah, it's a good shooting. You're not under criminal investigation for shooting her, but you shouldn't have done this.
Right.
Your superiors told you to let this go.
And
you kept on it."
This is the second time we
And
found out he has
yes.
shot a suspect.
Correct.
So they say, we will not let there be a third time.
You are terminated.
You're done.
You are forfeiting your pension and
Yep.
all of your benefits. You're done.
You give up everything as a cop. That's it.
Yep.
The end.
Yeah, you're dismissed. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not like under investigation for a crime. We investigated the shooting. You're fine.
Yep.
But you're done. Bye-bye.
So Sam has basically gotten away scot-free.
Yep.
And we cut to him on some fucking, I don't know, the Keys or somewhere.
Some beach.
He's on the beach, chilling, living his best life.
Checking out the ladies on the beach.
He comes back into his room, and what are we greeted by but Kevin
Bacon's
Bacon
penis.
and his penis?
Kevin Bacon's penis.
Why? Did we need full frontal for Kevin? He's like, I'm going to executive produce it, so I'm going to show
This is my shit.
penis.
This is my shit. I'm going to do what I want, and you guys are going to see my dick.
So we come to find out that Ray's in on it.
He is now.
What the fuck? So yeah, it comes to our attention that Ray has been a part of this, and Ray was involved so that he could put Kelly, because she's now conveniently, he wasn't supposed to kill her.
Yeah.
But she tried to shoot at him.
Yep.
So he did kill her, and he pinned Susie's murder on her because they found blood in the Rover, in the Range Rover.
And that's what the police investigators have concluded.
Yes, so they have concluded that Kelly killed Susie.
Yep.
Ray has been fired, but in fact he is in on it. So he and Sam go out on the yacht, and they're gonna be two bros
celebrating.
Two bros on the yacht.
They're having a cigar, having a drink, and Sam is a boat.
No loose ends, Trent.
Yep. Sam is a boater, so he's telling Ray, hey, you take that over there and
get the winch.
Get the winch. We call it a winch.
That's a winch. So
just adjust that here, and you see that line over there. Just try to follow where that's.
Oh my god! And so quickly it becomes apparent. Okay, this isn't gonna end well
for Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam gets Kevin Bacon's character to go to the edge of the boat and lean over. Yeah, just lean over and see what it's hooked on to.
So he proceeds to turn the wheel
and
very sharply, throw him overboard. But
he was hanging onto the rope, so he's being dragged along.
Yep.
And he gets back onto the boat, so Ray is on the boat, and Sam's still playing dumb. Whoa,
sorry,
what
man.
happened?
You're all wet.
And out of nowhere...
And they start fighting.
And Ray gets shot by a harpoon gun.
By who, Betsy?
Susie! Susie isn't dead!
What?
Again,
back from the dead?
We have no context for how this has all come to pass. And he says, "You're dead." "No, I'm not." And she's got new teeth. New teeth.
And new hair.
She's blonde now.
Yep.
Because, Neve Campbell just had to be blonde. Short blonde hair. So she kills Ray. And now it looks to be happy days ahead for Sam and for Susie. And she gives him a drink, and he kind of acts suspicious. And she's like, "Really? Come on, dude. It's just the two of us now. You think I'd really start some shit?"
I don't know what I'm doing on this boat. I want to drive.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, it's not called driving. It's called sailing." Ugh.
Right, and she's the stupid little girl who doesn't know anything about boats.
Yep. So he says, "Go grab the winch," because that's what we do. We grab the winch.
Yes.
But as it turns out, Susie knows exactly what the fuck she's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And she poisoned him.
Yeah.
And then he goes off the boat. So now Sam is dead. Everybody is double crossing. Everybody's dead except Susie.
And Bill Murray.
All right. But before this, okay.
Yes.
So this is where I get mixed up. Okay. So everybody's dead except for Susie. We get a scene where Perez, Ray's partner,
She took a day off.
Goes to Susie's grandma. And she's not there to ask questions about Susie. She's there to ask questions about Ray.
Yep.
Okay.
Because Ray is no longer there.
Because Ray's not there. So we find out that Ray used to hang out around that area.
The Glades.
Yep. And her grandma knows Ray had a thing with somebody. I assume the implication is that Susie.
No.
No.
No. So, I didn't know this before we just watched this, but I paid attention to this.
Okay.
So Ray would come down there and hang out and whore around.
Just whoring around.
Yep.
Okay.
And Davy, who is Susie's friend,
Yes.
Davy caught Ray slapping around one of the prostitutes.
Okay.
Davy called him out on it, and Ray killed him.
Right. And he claimed, I was in the line of duty.
Exactly.
And
he made up some shit.
yeah.
He got away with not only beating up the woman, but also killing Davy.
And because Susie had seen it, he planted drugs basically and
Exactly.
sent her away.
He didn't kill Susie, but he's basically got her under his thumb.
So she knows he's a dirty cop, and that's why.
Yep. She may not know that Kevin Bacon just straight up murdered the kid, but she knows
he's
that
responsible.
he knows that he's responsible, and Davy didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little clarifier there. So
Yep.
that's where that connection comes in.
Yes.
Then there's a scene in Susie's bedroom.
Yep.
And her grandma
Yeah.
basically explains some...
Where Susie comes from.
Right. So explain that. I was a little lost.
I was too up until just then. I don't know exactly who Susie's dad is, but Susie's dad is a Van Ryan.
Okay.
So apparently this is where everybody goes to meet prostitutes in
Okay.
southern Florida.
Okay.
So I think it was Kelly's grandfather?
Because, she says that
Yeah.
Kelly is Susie's niece.
Yeah.
So then, hang on. I have to figure...
Or maybe it's the other way around.
No, she said Kelly is Susie's niece.
Okay.
So that means... oh God, I'm tired and this movie's confusing me.
Yeah.
So Kelly's mom
Yep.
or dad
Yep.
and mom or dad is the sibling.
Yeah.
So it's Kelly's
Maybe it's-
uncle?
That would make sense. So Kelly's dad's brother came down there. Because he would have the Van Ryan name.
Well, no, that would make them cousins.
Or Kelly...
So yeah, you're right. It'd be like a grandparent or
Right.
something.
Something like that. But whatever. Kelly and Susie are related.
Got it.
Yeah.
But
And
I was not
Susie-
understanding.
Yeah, and Susie is a Van Ryan.
Okay.
And the woman who got knocked up
And they're just very vague about it.
had the kid who was Susie. That woman died within a year of her being born, and this woman raised her from then.
But it's not her grandma.
But it's not her grandma.
Yeah, and it was such like a brief scene, and they didn't use names, and I was very confused.
Yes. And I totally get it. I totally agree with you, but it wasn't until now. I still don't know who exactly her dad is. I'd have to see that scene one more time.
So maybe it's Kelly's grandfather.
That would make sense. Whatever. So Perez has a couple of more questions she wants to ask of the alligator wrangler. She goes over and says, "That's a nice truck. That's a nice boat you got there." And he says, "Well, yeah, this was Susie's. Yeah, she's not going to be needing these anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them." And we find out that, Susie, she loves sailing.
Right. Well, the truck was brand new.
Yeah,
It had like dealer plates on it.
that's right.
So somebody just got him a brand new truck.
Correct.
So she goes over and talks to him because he's got a brand new truck, and that's suspicious.
True. That's true.
But
I didn't actually get that
but
detail.
The boat is Susie's.
The boat is Susie's for sure.
Because apparently she's an excellent
She is an excellent
saleswoman.
salesperson.
Salesman?
Sailor. Just call her a sailor. And yeah, she did like an IQ test, and it's like something near 200 or something.
So she's fucking intelligent
She
as
is
hell.
a fucking genius.
Yeah. She's an evil genius.
Yeah.
So Susie's basically come up with this whole fucking plan herself.
Yes.
And the next we see, she's also in cahoots with Bill Murray.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I wouldn't want to double cross you. Here's your money. Happy sales. Don't get into trouble. Goodbye.
Be good.
Be good.
Be good.
Yeah. So
It's like, here's some walking around money. That's what the cash is for. Here's where your account number, where the rest of the money is. I'm gonna take my cut, and we put $1 million away for your grandma and her son.
yep. The end.
The end.
But it's not the end, because we get all of the backstory
Yeah.
of how all the pieces that you're missing, all the
Yep.
information you don't have to
They
this
reveal
point,
almost everything else.
it plays over the credits. So we find out that the bit about Kelly running away
After her dad
after
dies.
her dad kills himself, that bit's true.
Yep.
And she was coked up, but she was coked up with Sam.
Uh-huh.
And they spent a whole lot of time fucking in a hotel room because someone was taking pictures.
Yep.
And we know that because Susie confronts Sam.
Say, hey, remember when I was in trouble and was trying to call you like 100 times?
This was the weekend.
This was the weekend that you were off doing this with Kelly.
Right.
And guess what? I have proof. So
So-
I have blackmail on you, motherfucker.
So was she the one taking pictures, or who was taking the pictures?
I don't know.
They were a little unclear about that.
Because I would assume that she was taken away.
Right.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have been able to do it unless
Yeah.
maybe Kelly had someone take them. Which I guess is also possible if this
the
was a
hell
whole
knows?
long con.
Who the hell knows?
So yeah, that part's true. And then Susie has Sam under her thumb, and they go to the Glades where you see Ray walking into a bar, and she says, "That's your guy.
Yep.
He's a dirty cop, and I know it.
Go make friends.
Go make friends. He's who you want to work with." So he strikes up a conversation.
And this is right after he gets fired.
Yeah. And that's how they kind of hatch this plan.
Yeah.
So the four of them...
And it's like, hey, you basically figured all of this out, dude.
yeah.
How about you help me up with one last thing here, and you can be in on this.
Right. So everybody is guilty. Everybody is dirty. Everybody is playing each other.
Yep.
It's a lot to try to take in. It's a lot to try to remember. Yeah. Was it a bad movie? No. Was it a good movie? No. And I think the only thing that makes it not great is because I'm confused. Like, it's just so much you're trying to pay attention to.
Yep.
And listen, it is possible to make a movie where twist, 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 twist.
Yeah.
It can be done, and it can be done really well. But when you're throwing in all the extra stuff,
Yeah.
that's where it's confusing. So we needed all the stuff at the beginning to set up, this is what's happening. They don't like each other. You as the audience needs to believe this.
This is the state of the current relationships here.
Right. And it's not until after the trial that we
Yeah.
start seeing who people really are.
Yep. And that's why I said while we were watching, after the trial, this is where the rest of the movie starts.
Right.
Like this all up until through the trial, this is all set up just to get the money in the hands of these people.
Right. But, yeah. It's just confusing. I was confused.
And that was the same feeling I had when I first started to watch this movie. And it's been probably I've probably seen this now 5 or 6 times. And the more I've seen it, the more I like it, because I know what's coming. I know what the motivations are for everything that they're doing here.
Yeah.
And the more you really think about it, the more I think the weaving in of the betrayals and weaving in of the double crossing and trying to screw over the mother because fuck that mother, whatever. So
Well, it's the whole family, too, because
Right.
I don't even know if Susie knows that this is her family, because it kind of seems like she doesn't.
that's possible.
But if she did, she certainly would want to cut,
Sure.
because she lives like swamp filth.
Yeah. She even says it herself. You think of me as swamp trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
which I imagine that's a real term for people who like that down there.
Maybe.
And again, South Florida, such a fucking vibe. This movie works because of the setting, I think.
well, and the music, it's
Yeah.
just like literally like swampy bass and then kind of a drum and then like a chicka chicka chicka.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it. That's like the whole soundtrack.
Huh?
There's not much else there.
Plus a little Smash Mouth.
Yes. When appropriate, we put a little Smash Mouth in for the youngsters.
Yes.
So yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I'm gonna need to sit and think about it. As I said, like, I've seen movies. Think about a movie like Knives Out.
Yep.
Where everybody is out to get everybody.
Yep.
And you suspect everyone and you suspect no one. And it's done well. And there's a twist and a twist and a twist and a twist.
And I think what's different about these two is in that movie, there is actually a good person. There's a
Yes.
good guy in that.
Yeah, there is no hero in this movie.
No,
Everyone's
everybody-
awful.
Everybody's awful.
The best person in this movie is the toothless gator wrangler.
Yeah. His mom is okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of good people in this though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it at that. I'm gonna need to think about it. I think if they had leaned harder into the tone one way or another, like, you could have made this really funny. Like, I think you could have made this funny instead of sexy trash.
Yeah, and I think that's why they brought in Bill Murray to just kind of
To give it
lighten it up
levity.
a little bit.
Yeah, but you could have made him darker. Like, to make him fit slightly more into the tone.
I guess.
They could have gone full soap opera. Like, they were right on the cusp.
Yeah.
They were on the cusp, but they didn't lean hard enough into it. They leaned too hard into sexy teens having car washes and swimming and having sexy
Yeah,
times
and
in
they
the pool.
they basically had two different parts of this movie. They had the beginning with the accusation and the setting up of the fake out,
Yeah,
and then you had what happened afterwards.
right.
Like, this is them trying to keep it together, trying to get to the finish line, as it were.
The con is falling apart.
Yeah, because the people are freaking out.
Yeah.
And both of them do it. Kelly and Susie both freak out and end up basically having to be killed because of it.
Yeah. Except not really.
Right.
Ugh. And then Kevin Bacon. And he's in it. But then he's dead. It's just like, what? Huh?
Well, and I think that's part of why the whole Kevin Bacon thing doesn't really work all that well for me, because he gets in and is unceremoniously dispatched almost right after it happens.
Right.
Like,
Well,
they
and we
use
find-
him as the patsy to kill Kelly.
Well, right. And he just goes in and kills Kelly. He
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to do it. She
Right.
didn't actually fire on him.
Yeah.
He just went in and decided to kill her.
Yep.
And it's because he decided it was more convenient to have one less person in the
Yep.
equation.
Loose ends, Betsy.
No loose ends. And also,
Because
he could then pin Susie's death on her.
Exactly. Which, again, from that point of view, it makes total sense.
Once you have it all.
And he was also under the impression that Susie was dead.
Right.
Without that extra part of the equation, yeah, him and Sam could have just sailed off into the sunset being rich as hell. But no. It doesn't work out in his favor.
This is weird. One thing, apropos of nothing else, I'm continuously reminded of this. Neve Campbell has a great scream.
Yeah?
She gets to do it a lot in the movie Scream. But she screams in this movie, and I was like, yeah, I forgot. She's got a good scream.
Yeah,
Like,
she
not
had to.
everybody can do that. I can't scream.
Yeah.
I can't do it without
Yours
hurting
is-
my voice.
Yeah, yours is more of a yell.
Yeah, I can yell, but she can scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
right.
skill not everyone has.
Yep.
And she gets to do it in this movie. And there you go. Wild things.
Wild things. I like this
You
movie.
do not make my heart sing.
I
You do
li-
not make everything groovy.
No, but I appreciate the movie for trying things in a different way. Yeah, I've never seen a movie like this.
It's not boring. It's just, I think it is one you have to see a few times to appreciate.
Which that's kind of, for the genre, it's kind of par for the course.
What's this genre, Trent? What do you call this genre?
Erotic thrillers.
Except it's not even that.
It's not.
Because the erotic stuff, you could almost cut entirely from the movie.
Yes.
It's not a thriller. It's like a swamp drama, as I said.
It is very much a soap opera.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it like that, but you're right. You got, revenge, you got the courtroom drama, you got, slap fights in a pool, you got you're done in this town. It's a bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of rich people who are awful.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, in a lot of other media that works. So...
You know where you find rich people? On soap operas. You don't get soap operas about run-of-the-mill people.
Yeah.
You get people running giant empires of clothing and fashion and perfumes and
all of them are horrible.
They're all terrible, and everyone sleeps with each other's spouses.
Pretty
and they all get divorced and remarried 12 times.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, Victor Newman.
Nikki Newman.
Nikki Newman.
Jack Abbott.
Good God, I never thought about her name being Nikki Newman.
Her name is Nikki Newman.
That's dumb.
But enough about the young and the restless.
And enough about
wild things. All right, so we do have one email to read, and of course it's from Stephanie.
Well, who else would it be from, Trent?
Well, we certainly don't seem to get a lot of other emails, so please, y'all,
please,
let's get some more emails in here.
Let us know you're listening.
I know you're listening to this one and have many, many thoughts. Because, of course, all of you have watched Wild Things.
Or if you haven't, you probably, like me, have lots of questions.
If you listen to this and did not watch the movie, okay.
I know a lot of people do that, Trent.
Thank you. But, yeah, you should probably go watch the movie first.
Or don't. It's fine.
Anyway, Stephanie's talking about mall rats. It's a movie about rats in the mall.
Sure.
She says, "This is a movie that my friends and I watched all the time in high school. The random conversations are hilarious," which, again, is Kevin Smith's thing.
Right.
He writes dialogue. That's all he does. He doesn't write action. He doesn't write, some of it is comedy, but yeah, he writes dialogue that is humorous. Mm-hmm. She says, "I pretend that the whole statutory rape stuff just doesn't exist. It's icky and wrong."
Good call.
Yeah. She says, "Also, the R word, let's just replace that with the word idiot."
Yeah, they used that in Wild Things, too. We didn't talk about it.
But I was just like, they said it once.
But didn't need to be there.
Didn't need to be there. Yep, I agree. She says, "Really funny. I heard that Shannon Doherty only did this movie so that she could keep all of the clothes. She has so many costume changes." Yeah.
Fact.
Yep.
That's actually canon. She has said that.
She says, "Joey Lauren Adams should have been the other girlfriend. She fits much better in that world than Claire Forlani."
As I said.
Agreed. Love Jay and Silent Bob in the movie. And she says, "Lots of boobs, very random." Which, again, it's a rated R movie. It's his second one. Apparently he got the go-ahead from the studio to do it, so hey, here's some boobs. He later in
his career made Zack and Miri make a porno.
Right.
So it's all about boobs. And that one was actually going to be rated X.
Well, it was going to be NC-17.
NC-17, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. I forget about that one. Yeah. Yes, it was going to be rated NC-17, and he managed to talk them down to an R.
Yep.
And he didn't have to remove
much. He didn't have to cut anything, yeah.
I think he did one thing, or he had to shorten the scene by half. But it was
I think you're right.
It was a 3-second scene that he had to cut to a second and a half.
Sure.
Something to that effect.
Okay.
But yes, the later in his career we get, the more boobs will appear.
We haven't seen all of his movies yet, Betsy. We'll get there. All right. She continues. "Yay, Stan Lee. Also random, but way better." And she says, why were dating game shows so popular in the 90s and early 2000s? Remember Singled Out? Weird. Love you guys, Stephanie. Superfan Stephanie, excuse me.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, Singled Out, I watched that.
Why?
Because I was a teenager?
I mean, you could argue, it's just changed the format, but The Bachelorette, The Bachelor,
right?
It's basically the same.
It was the
kind
Gen
of
X.
thing.
It was the Gen X version of that.
Yeah, it's just instead of being half an hour and everybody's a mystery,
right?
It's an hour week after week after week, as we have really gotten into the reality TV realm of the 2000s.
Well, and that show wasn't. The only reality TV at the time was The Real World.
When Singled Out was on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of the MTV generation, that was what we had.
Right. And to keep people's attention,
yeah,
that doesn't fly anymore, because that was the second version of this. We had the dating game in the 60s and 70s.
Sure.
Then we had Singled Out in the 90s. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over. We need a new format. And the formula works. And it's have one woman and all these suitors.
Yep.
And that's where you get
The Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette.
Yep.
And you have one man and all these women. And that's where you get The Bachelor.
And it's gotten more trashy. Just
And
more trashy as time has gone on.
I've never watched it, and I never want to, but I understand it is pure garbage.
Yeah.
But like the best kind of garbage. And it's really easy to just get into it.
It's not for us.
No.
No.
Because these people audition for these shows
knowing full well
Yeah.
how fucking awful it is.
They have no interest in being in love with these people.
No.
They just want to be on TV.
Of course.
And that's why they show up in like fucking costumes when they get out of the limo in the first episode. Hi!
Yeah. Yeah, I want to make this impression.
I'm Tony from, Louisiana, and I'm wearing a chipmunk costume. Like, why?
Yeah, I might watch that show.
Because I'm on TV.
Right. Well, and remember, we watched Survivor when it was like brand new.
I get it. Like,
Yeah.
I get sucked in.
We
if I
watched-
started watching The Bachelor, I'd be addicted.
I watched the first season of Survivor. I watched the second season of Survivor. And they eventually turned that show into the spectacle that it is today in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Because the first year, when Richard Hatch won, I don't know why I remember his name, but when Richard Hatch won the $1 million on the first episode, they did it on the island. They did it completely straight, like it was an actual game show.
Yeah.
And they celebrated there, and that was going to be the end of it.
They didn't know what it was going to be.
No. Second year, fake out. They were going to pull the name out of the hat or whatever the thing was, and instead, nope, we're going to cut to a live studio audience. It was a complete fake out. All of the contestants couldn't know who wins, but it's between these two people.
And you have to sit here for an hour and
sit-
talk and reminisce.
But no, you actually have to sit there for months. For months, they have to wait between the taping end of when they did the fake out and when they did the live reaction.
How better to keep it under wraps who's going to win.
Exactly.
Who cares if it gets out who's in the top two?
Right.
Because...
And I think in later seasons, they probably extended it to more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, especially now in a pandemic, they have a whole lot to deal with.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I get
reality
it. Reality
TV. It just got to the point where everybody was in on the joke. Everybody was in on the scam. And, like to this day, like look at how many writers are on these shows. Why do you have to have writers on reality TV? It should just be what it is, isn't it?
It's not reality TV. It's scripted reality television.
Quote unquote reality.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's there's a phrase for it, and it's escaping me. It's scripted something.
Scripted. I mean, it's not scripted dramas.
I don't know.
Because
it has the word scripted.
Right. Scripted bullshit. Okay, but we're not here to just rail on reality TV, because this was not a reality TV episode. This was
It could have been.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Right.
Wild Things. It's just Susie and Bill Murray.
Susie and Bill Murray. Well, the continuing adventures of Susie and Bill Murray. Whatever his name is. And his secretary.
Ken.
But yeah, that was the first of a few different episodes we're going to do in this vein.
Oh, Lord,
we're not going to give it
me.
a name just because, we
They
might...
don't really have much to do with each other.
No, they have nothing to do with each other, but it's going to be a similar thread we're going to...
Sexy thriller type trash.
Sure. Trash is the name of it. It's not... We'll eventually do a bad movie marathon.
It might not all be trash. We haven't decided all the movies yet.
That's true. You might come to the next one and just completely love it, and vice versa for me. So we're going to see.
I love trash.
Oh, yeah. I've shown you so many trash movies, it's ridiculous. So before we go, we're going to tell you, okay, I want you to tell me, now that we went over Wild Things, tell us what is your favorite...
What trash do you love?
What is your favorite just like awful movie?
Or even if it's good trash but it's confusing.
Yeah, you know what we're thinking about here. Tell us what your favorite one of those is. Maybe it's going to be on our list. We sat down for lunch today and made up a list of these types of movies that we're going to cover. So, yeah, email us, neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Give us your suggestions. Maybe we'll do one. I don't know. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. And if you want to throw us $1 and tell us to shut the fuck up about reality TV stars, I understand.
More.
Or talk more. Like, I remember watching The Real World. I liked it. The Real World New Orleans is the best season. Fight me. I think that's where I stopped watching too. But yeah, that's going to do it. It's been an episode of Never Seen It, Betsy. We did it. You finally watched Wild Things.
Gee, thanks, Trent.
We're going to be back with another one of these trash fires.
Sometime.
Yep, this has been Never Seen It. I'm Trent.
And Betsy, I'm still here, damn it.
We'll be back to you next time. Bye-bye.